The key to influence is value. Say that with me. The key to influence is value. Say it again. The key to influence is value. If you get that, you're on your way tonight. If you want to be influential, you must position yourself to become valuable. At least to number 3. If you want to be successful, do not seek success. Seek to influence. It is the influencer that attracts finances. Larry King last night chose to interview a guy who never graduated from college with a degree in business. His name is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a real estate agent who became a real estate guru. The guy is worth billions, okay? But he started as a real estate agent, just like you, real estate. He's still in real estate. The stock market fell apart last night, dropped 509 points. 2 big banks collapsed. Insurance company about to fold up, affecting the whole world. And Larry King calls as a real estate agent to give advice on his show last night. And I sat there and thought about it. I said, wow, why did he call this guy? Influence. The guy owned half of New York and ain't got no money. I read his book. You should read all of his books. He got some great books. Donald Trump books. Just buy them. He gives some secrets of how to build wealth without money. And he says your first enemy is fear. You look at the price too much. And this guy is worth billions. He said last night, I sold one of my houses for $100 million last night, he says. $100 million for one house in Florida. My God. Oh. I wish I was the broker. I'd retire in the morning. $100 million for one house. This guy, but Larry King called him why? Because he's been in it for years. And he has become competent. And so they call on him because he is influence. This leads to point number 4. Seek to become a person of influence. Seek becoming a person of value. The more valuable you become, the more influential you become. Okay, Pastor Myles, how do you become valuable? I'm going to tell you now how to become valuable. Here's how you become valuable. It's very important. Value is determined by the worth you bring to life. These are very important statements. What is value? The worth you bring to life. The less worth you bring to life, the less you are paid. The less worth you bring to life, the less they value you. Remember that a salary is someone's value of your contribution. If you don't like your salary, don't ask for more money. Wrong issue. You got to produce more value. Make yourself more valuable. That may mean you got to go to night school and get another degree in something. That may mean you got to shut the TV off and start watching all those funny soap operas and start now investing in some unique areas of knowledge that will give you more value to that company. Stop asking for money. Money is attracted to value. You ever heard this? I've been here for 50 years. And that consultant came here for 50 hours and make 10 times what I'm making. They cheating. They ain't cheating. You've been here 50 years, but you've been doing the same thing. Same value. We're getting quiet now. See, I'm trying to give you the secret to become valuable. Because as a single person, listen, if you're going to marry me, bring me some value. I don't want no deficit. I want an asset. If I'm going to marry you, Lord have mercy, help me. And it begins with, first of all, self-love. And self-love is the secret to worth. Let me explain it to you. Write this down, very important. Worth is determined by your significance. Ooh, this is so critical. How significant are you to your community. That determines your value. I was called by the administrator of the hospital here in our country, the main public hospital, and she said, we'd like for you to serve as the chairman of the hospital foundation board. I said, I'm so busy, I can't take another assignment. She says, look, we just want your name. If we put your name on the letterhead, we could ask for money, she said. It's a foundation to get money for different equipment in the hospital. And that's what she was saying, look, you are so valuable, just your name. The worth, what worth do you bring to someone's life? Do you step up when you marry someone, or do you step down when you marry someone? Do they take you up? See, this is where the rubber really meets the road. You talk about influence. How much influence do you have? How much do you bring to me? Worth is determined by what? Significance. Now, here's the answer. How do you become significant? Here's a guy who you know. This guy never took a course in leadership, as far as we know. He never took a course in business management, as far as we know. The guy's a golfer. But he's a leader all over the world. And he attracts over $300 million a year just by lending his name to companies. Now, what made him so successful? Put those words down against his name that I gave you earlier. Influence. What? Competence. Who plays better than Tiger? Yeah. Performance. Just show him the green. That means the golf course. Just show him the course, and he performed for you. Personality. Man, the guy attract. When he comes, I just come on, you're just smiling and just concentrating. The guy has personality. He brings drama to life, just like I do. Right? Like this. See, personality creates influence, and then presence. When he walks on the court, 3,000 people show up to watch golf for the first time in history. Just his presence turned the green into gold. How does it look when you show up? Crab grass. Oh, I gotta go. Oh man, my time's gone. Anyhow, we'll finish this some other time. At least let me give you the secret. Can I give you the secret to significance? Oh, you want that, eh? Okay. That can mean a second offering. All right, write this down. You can put Tiger Woods in all these principles I'm giving you. Number one, how to become significant. Number one, you were created to dominate life, but in an area of gifting. You have to understand that first.
If you know the unmarried life is not for you, then begin to ask God to prepare you for marriage. Ask Him to help you to become a whole person, not a dependent leech. Do not slip into losing yourself in someone else. You will become a parasite, and either you will be sucking life from the other person, or the other person will be taking life from you. Default text.
I do not exist without you. I cannot get along without you. If you go away, my world will crumble. Those statements are not romantic. They reflect an addictive dependency instead of being addicted to a substance. You are addicted to a person.
The influence that you have in life comes from your gift. So if you haven't found your gift, that's why you have no influence. Think for a minute. Number two, the gift that you were given to solve a problem on earth. You were born with a gift to solve a problem or to meet a need on earth. You have to believe that, because that's the beginning of your significance. If you believe you were only born to work and pay bills and die, That's exactly what we'll do for you. We'll bury you and forget you. But I have come to tell 6.7 billion people sent by the King of Kings and Lord of Lords that you are not a biological accident. You came to earth to do something so special, and society doesn't want you to find it. Society doesn't. Because society and your culture have already pegged holes for you to be in. The holes that they created. And they don't want you to violate their norm. And that's why all great people of influence become abnormal people. You cannot fit when you find your gift. Tiger Woods found his at 4.5 years old. I read his story, my goodness. He was saying his daddy gave him that first Christmas gift, and his father took him out on the course. And when he hit the first ball, his father says, "You got a gift." And from that day, he kept on buying him golf material. Little golf shoes, little golf balls, little golf, rods. He just got, and he kept on refining that gift. Number 3, very critical. Your gift is your area of significance. You got to find it before you leave this conference. Every session, we're going to be working on that for you to find that gift. And I don't know how old you are. I really don't care. Abraham found his gift at 75. Your gift is not your job most of the times. And sometimes your job can smother your gift. Because they tell you what to do, not what you really were born to do. And so you're a victim of the organization. You know, in Bahamas Faith Ministries, we try to give people freedom to exercise their gifts in all the departments. We tell them, look, that's what we want done. Go ahead and develop. And I push people. Sometimes they become overwhelmed by that. They don't know what to do. Because they come out of situations where they didn't have to think for themselves. And I try to create a culture of freedom. Hey, you just solve that problem. And it demands for you to make demands on your potential. Because I'm trying to define your gift. I'm trying to get you to identify what your strengths are. Write this one down. Number 4, discovery, development, refinement, and serving of your gift to the world is the key to your significance. I'm going to repeat it again. The discovery, then the development, the refinement, and then serving that gift to the world is the key to your significance. And when you find that gift, you got to develop it. You know, the books and the CDs we got out here are not for us to sell you products. They are filled with refinement systems. Every book that we've written is to have people have an encounter with their own gift and to find God's will for their gift and to identify God's will for His kingdom, for you to function in that gift, because that's your significance, and in that is your value, and that's what attracts wealth. Let me show you another thing that's very important. People are attracted to your gift, not to you personally. Write that down, please. You know, I'm going to say to you, Vicky, and all of us who are, you know, sometimes in public all the time, people really ain't, it's not us they like, so we got to be careful. It's your gift. I remember Jesus asked a question one time. A lot of folks decided to join his organization one time, over 70, and he became very nervous. And Jesus asked him a question. Why are you following me? And before they could answer, he told them, he says, is it not because of the fish and bread I fed you yesterday? In other words, y'all guys ain't into me. Y'all into my gift. People will be attracted to your gift. Dr. Simmons is here today. He is a pediatrician. I think that's what they call you guys. Obstetrician. Some-trician. Okay. And okay. Now, I mean, people flocked him over the years by the thousands. He don't go look for them. They look for him. Why? They come in for the gift. They don't like him personally. I mean, some may get to, appreciate his personality, but it's the gift they come for. And guess what? They give you money for your gift. And that's why the secret to wealth is your gift. If you're going to be an influencer, first you got to love yourself. Loving yourself will help you discover your gift. When you find your gift, you become valuable. Now you got to develop it, refine it. That means you got to change some of your company you're keeping. Got to focus specifically on a program. Start feeding yourself good material. Getting in the areas where people are in your area of gifting. Get to know people in your area of gifting. Get relationships. Take some courses. Go on some seminars in that gift. You want to develop and refine it. You got to refine it. Sometimes you got to leave your job to come to a seminar to build your gift. The future is not in any job.
That's right.
The future is in the person who's holding the job. So don't be married to a job. They'll take it from you tomorrow. And if your value comes from your job, you better never get fired. Let me repeat it again very slowly, because Bahamians don't understand this sometimes. If your value comes from your job, you better pray they never fire you. You are more important than your title. You are more important than the position they gave you. That's why they can take it anytime they want. Let your value be in who you are in God. Discover that you are valuable. They can never take your gift. They can take their job, but they can't take your gift. I'm amazed at someone like Pastor Barbara over there. I know Barbara now for about 29, 30 years. And the day I first met Barbara, she is a hospitality whiz. Didn't even to ask her. She says, Pastor, I want to be in hospitality. She could sell spit. Over a restaurant, just sell stuff. She will make you buy. By her hospitable spirit. It's a gift. Some folks, the Chinese says, he who does not smile should not open a store. What they're saying is, if you ain't got the personality, don't fool with that business. We need to appreciate the gift. The gift is what attracts our wealth. And once you find your gift, you'll always have money. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Write this down. Your gift makes you valuable. And that's the heart of singleness. Stop looking for someone to marry and discover yourself first. And focus this week on who am I? What can I do? What is my gift? What can I bring to the world? What can I make a difference in the world with? How can I bring influence to the world? That's what we want to get in your heart this week. I got a little suggestion for you unmarried people. Write this down. Your gift attracts wealth and affluence. When you find your gift, you attract people. Perhaps a prospect. I'm telling you, if you ain't valuable, people avoid you and then use you, that's all. They use you and then avoid you. But if you have a gift, you become attractive. And this is why people who are successful in their gifts can be very careful to manage their relationships. Do you know many women, I'm sure, try to connect with Dr. Simmons in that office? I'm sure there are thousands over the years. Why? When you get a gift, people are attracted to the gift. And they figure the gift got plenty of money. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, man. And see, so I'm a smart guy, see? This is interesting. I tell you, this is an interesting story, and then I close this down. Okay. I was at the elevator in Washington, D.C., in this beautiful Hyatt hotel. And Morris Cerullo was having a meeting there. This is like 2 weeks ago. And I wasn't speaking at that meeting. I speak at all of his meetings, and I always do. But I wasn't at that meeting. I was at another conference in another place. And so I was standing at the elevator. My wife and I were there, and all these people in the conference, all of them know me because I speak at those meetings often. They all knew me. So they ran to me, and they started making all this noise, getting excited and everything. And some of them bought books for me to sign. And it wasn't my conference. I was just living in the same hotel. And this guy stood beside me, this tall guy. He said, "Oh, Dr. Munroe, you shouldn't be at this elevator." I said, "Why?" He said, "You shouldn't be here." I said, "Why?" He said, "No, you shouldn't be here. Look at all these people. They're harassing you." I said, "They're not harassing me. I love these people. That's what I live for. I live for the people. I'm here to serve people." He said, No. He said, "My father and the other speakers, the VIP, they're using the VIP elevator in the back. You should go in the back, use the VIP elevator." I said, "But I am not with that conference." He said, "But I think you should still use the VIP elevator so people don't bother you, I said, "No." Then he says, "By the way, where's your security guards? You just walk around a hotel like this. I mean, people like you don't walk around. Where's your security guard? Where's your protection?" And I said, "My wife is my security guard." The people start clapping in the lobby. Yeah! Nobody has said that. And I was right.
Get prepared for marriage by yourself so you know for certain that no matter what comes, storms, floods, the deepest valleys, or the highest mountains, you will be able to make it by yourself. Then, you will be the kind of person prepared to receive the marriage vow.
The only people God puts together in marriage are those who have the Holy Spirit within them. Everyone else, man marries, you are not a whole, single being who is prepared for marriage until you are prepared never to get a divorce. To born again, spirit-filled believers are qualified to marry each other because they should be able to handle problems through love and forgiveness, and through walking in the fruits of the Spirit.
Do you have one eye on God and the other on the guys or girls? Then you are not totally whole yet. When both eyes are single-mindedly focused on the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then God will say, "Now I see that it is not good for you to be alone. It is time for marriage."